So this is basically a conclusion in search of evidence. If Trump is successful in carrying out the plan that he's seeking to carry out by virtue of his own claims, the public claims, and also the people who he's installing, like this Stop the Steal guy, what can the legal exposure be? Is there any precedent for what it would look like to prosecute prosecutors for the crime of doing their jobs?
There will be no successful prosecutions against the FBI agents who investigated and the federal prosecutors who prosecuted the January 6th defendants. The reason I say so confidently there will be no successful prosecutions is because the federal judges in Washington, D.C., and that's where, this is all going to unfold moving forward. These are people who are intensely loyal to the rule of law and their allegiances to the Constitution, and they care about things like reliable evidence being brought against people that the Department of Justice is trying to prosecute in their courtrooms in federal district court in Washington, D.C. They will stand as a bulwark against Donald Trump's baseless, evidence-free, vindictive prosecutions of prosecutors who were simply not just doing their job. They were given this assignment. Here are the cases you are being tasked to investigate together jointly with the FBI. And if there's enough evidence to bring them to trial, then you bring them to trial. And if there's not, you don't. Believe me, they conducted a lot of investigations that did not ripen into prosecutions. I can say that not from firsthand experience, but from working in that office for 24 years and knowing that's what we do. We always have and we always will. I'm confident they did it with all of the January 6th investigations. But there is going to be, I strongly suspect, no evidence of wrongdoing, no evidence of criminality by the FBI agents and the prosecutors who moved forward in the investigations and prosecutions of the J6 defendants. So Donald Trump and his dirty DOJ actors can certainly do their nefarious worst to try to punish people who tried to hold the J6 insurrectionists accountable for their crimes. At the end of the day, it will be unsuccessful. It will not withstand the scrutiny of federal judges in district court in Washington, D.C. That's not to say it won't make the lives miserable and very stressful of the prosecutors who did what they were told to do and are now being investigated and persecuted for it by Donald Trump and what he is hoping is his dirty Department of Justice.